Welcome, class. Today, we're going to dive into what is, without a doubt, one of the most foundational principles in all of finance and business, the time value of money. Now, I want you to think of this not as just some abstract theory from a textbook. It's a practical, powerful tool. Once you really get it, it will change the way you look at every single financial decision you make for the rest of your life. Seriously. So let's get started.
All right, to kick things off, let's start with a simple choice. Imagine you've won a prize. You have two options, right here on the screen. There are no tricks, no hidden clauses. Which one do you pick? Just go with your gut instinct for a second. I bet for most of you the answer is pretty obvious. You'd want the money today.
And you know what? Your intuition would be spot on. That is the correct financial decision. But the real question, the one we're here to explore today, is why? Why is that the right choice? It's not just about being impatient. There's a powerful economic reason behind that gut feeling. And our goal today is to give you the solid analytical framework to back it up.
This very idea brings us to the formal concept, a true cornerstone of financial theory that you're going to see over and over again in your courses, and more importantly, in your careers. It's called the time value of money, or as you'll often see it, TVM.
So let's look at the official definition. Money available at the present time is worth more than the same amount in the future due to its potential earning capacity. Now, I want you to burn that last phrase into your memory. Potential earning capacity. That is everything. It is the engine that makes this whole concept work. $1 in your pocket today isn't just a piece of paper. It's a seed. It's an asset you can put to work to make more money.
Think about it. That $10,000, if you get it today, can be invested. You could put it in a safe government bond, you could buy some stock, you could even reinvest it in your own business. All of those options have the potential to earn a return. So by saying, no, I'll wait a year, what you're really doing is giving up a full year of that potential growth. That is what we call an opportunity cost. It's the potential gain you miss out on when you choose one alternative over another.
This isn't just a good idea, it's a fundamental law of finance. It's as crucial to what we do as gravity is to physics. It is the absolute bedrock for everything from corporate finance and investment analysis to just planning your own retirement. Anytime a company decides whether or not to fund a big new project, or a bank figures out a mortgage payment schedule, they are using the principles of the time value of money.
Okay, so if we accept this idea that money's value is tied to time, we need a way to measure that relationship, right? How do we put a number on the price of time in finance? Well, the answer, as you can see, is interest rates. The easiest way to think about an interest rate is like a rental fee for money. If you're the one lending the money, the interest is your compensation for waiting to get your money back and for taking on the risk that you might not get it back. And if you're the one borrowing, the interest is simply the cost of getting to use that capital right now instead of having to wait.
Now, this is really important. The time value of money isn't some fixed, static concept. It changes depending on the world around us, specifically on interest rates. When rates are low, the opportunity cost of just holding on to your cash is pretty small. The difference between $1 today and $1 tomorrow isn't that big. But in a high interest rate world, that opportunity cost is huge. There's a massive incentive to invest your money immediately. This is key to understanding how a country's monetary policy affects the entire economy.
Okay, enough theory. We have a good grasp of the why. Now let's get our hands dirty with a practical example. We're going to walk through a common business scenario and see how TVM helps us make a smart, rational decision.
So I want you to put yourself in this role. You're the chief financial officer for a small consulting firm. You just finished a huge project for a client. They loved your work, and now they've come to you with two different ways they can pay you.
Here are the options. Option A is $50,000 cash in hand right now. Option B is a little more, $52,000, but you have to wait a full year to get it. Now, the rookie mistake here, the naive analysis, is to just look at the numbers and say, well, $52,000 is more than $50,000, so B is better. But that's a huge error, because we can't compare dollars from today directly with dollars from next year.
To make the right call, we need one more crucial piece of information. We need to know our opportunity cost, or what we call a discount rate. Let's just assume that your firm knows it can take any cash it has and invest it safely to earn a guaranteed 5% return for the year. That 5% is now our benchmark. It's the standard we'll use to judge these two options.
So here's the correct way to analyze this. We have to bring both options to the same point in time so we can make an apples-to-apples comparison. The easiest way here is to push option A 1 year into the future. We're going to calculate its future value. The formula for that is FV equals PV times 1 plus R to the power of n. So for us, the future value is our present value of $50,000, times 1 plus our interest rate of 0.05, which gives us $52,500. Now we can compare.
So, let's look at the results. 1 year from now, option A becomes $52,500. Option B is only $52,000. So it's crystal clear. Option A is the better financial choice. By taking the money today and putting it to work for us, we actually end up with an extra $500 for our company.
You see, getting a solid handle on the time value of money isn't just about picking the best option. It's also about learning how to spot and avoid some very common and very costly financial mistakes.
So let me ask you, what do you think is the #1 trap that students fall into when they're first learning this? It's a mistake that really comes from not fully grasping that core idea of opportunity cost.
The mistake is just comparing the face value of the numbers, $50,000 versus $52,000. It's forgetting to ask that critical question. What could I have earned with that money in the meantime? That potential earning of $2,500 on the $50,000, that's the opportunity cost. And if you ignore it, you're guaranteed to make the wrong financial choice.
All right, as we start to wrap up, I really want to boil this all down to the one key takeaway from today. If you walk out of this lecture remembering just one thing, I want it to be this.
You have to fundamentally shift how you think about money. It's not a static thing. It's a dynamic, productive asset that can work for you. From now on, every single financial decision you face, whether it's big or small, should come with that one little question in the back of your mind. What's the opportunity cost here? What could this money be doing for me in the meantime?
So I'm going to leave you with one final thought to chew on. We've just established that the value of $1, something most people think of as fixed, isn't fixed at all. Its value is fluid. It changes with time. So my challenge to you is this. What other things in business that we treat as fixed assumptions should you probably be questioning? The ability to challenge those basic assumptions, that's what separates a good business leader from a great one.